Hello, this is the Muffin Man, and welcome back to the Muffin Man Express. Now, oh my god, what are these graphics? Oh my gosh, dude, look at the background. That's the battle map, man. Oh, this game's horrible. Well, you may be asking yourself, what in the hell is this horrible looking game? Well, I'll tell you folks, it is Dominions4, and it is an amazing game. You only have to look past the graphics and enjoy the design. Now, the map we'll be playing on, I assume, was made by the creators of the game, the devs. But if it isn't, I don't know. It seems very similar to all their maps, their map style. So, we'll be doing a roleplay oriented game, so the first part of this video is gonna be me blabbering my mouth. The actual gameplay might come 10 minutes later, so you might want to skip forward. Now, this game has very detailed nations, and in each age there's a different version of each nation or people, and in each age they either develop, schism, or die off. The age we're going to be playing is the Middle Ages, and it tells you that, you know, civilization's progressed, but magic's sort of taking a back step. Alright, so we're going to add some players, and I'll describe to you what each nation is, really. I think this is enough players for the map. Maybe one more, but I'll see. So, from the title of the video and the title of the game, you can tell we're going to be playing Ulm, Forges of Ulm. Now, Ulm is very Germanic-oriented, Holy Roman Empire-esque, but in truth, it isn't Holy Roman Empire-esque, and you'll see what I mean. And Ermor, to sum it up, is basically undead Rome. And basically, they're undead Rome because in the previous age, they were playing around with death magic and sort of screwed up. And this is one of the schism nations of Ermor, Scalaria, the Reformed Empire. And as you can read on the bond, there's a splinter empire that emerged when, you know, from the underworld. Basically, the underworld ate Rome, and they're one of the remaining parts of Rome. And they believe that death magic can be harnessed, so they still use it. Now, Pythium is more Byzantine-esque, while Scalaria is just Rome using undead, and this is just undeads everywhere, where there was once Rome. Now, Pythium is an interesting nation to play. I like it, but I don't like it as much as Ulm. So, now Pangea. Basically, a magical fairy tale forest filled with centaurs and minotaurs, and maybe something else, satyrs or whatever. Except, those minotaurs and centaurs want to rip your head off, so we'll leave it at that. And then, who we're gonna do? Oh yes, across the Fell, the Old Kingdom. This is most akin to Greece and Macedon. Now, all these nations are old world oriented because Ulm is new world oriented, and they were under Ermor's power. So it would make sense for Ulm to be fighting the old parts of, you know, what was the Empire of Ermor, and old nations like Pangea and across the Fell, I guess you'd call it. And you can read this, but since it's roleplay oriented, I suggest you don't read it, because what I'm about to read to you will provide you all the answers. Now, this will give you an idea of what our nation's about, my nation's about, why it's here, what has happened to it, and I'll give you a piece at a time in the start of each video. And so, like, just as there will be gameplay for you to be interested in, there will also be lore for you to be interested in, and why the actions I take on the map I take. Alright. In the early age, the Forge Lord served his brother, the Allfather. He forged weapons and armor for heroes of old. Even the Allfather donned the Forge Lord's crafts of fire, air, astral, and most of all earth, were imbued in his mighty artifacts. All fell before the might of old Ulm, but it didn't go unnoticed, as Ermor and its pretender god rose up against the Allfather in Ulm. Ermor and its death magic laid waste to the once great Ulm, and had slain the Allfather through vile trickery. Thus, the Pantocrator rose, and enslaved the Forge Lord. He was forced to forge items of death, and then later, of blood. At last, the Forge Lord was sick of the foul creations, and stopped. The Pantocrator buried him deep in the earth, encased him with magical obsidian, to sit out until he would create for the Pantocrator. The Forge Lord had only 3 things to keep with him these last 3 centuries of imprisonment: his hammer, forged, and to keep him alive, a cauldron of foul-smelling and tasting stew. At the start of the first almost civil war, the roof of his entombment fell, and the obsidian lacerated his skin, and would later torment and disfigure his feet. When he tried to climb the walls, it was to no avail, for the obsidian was as slick as ice and as sharp as dragon's teeth. Thus he despaired, still in his prison. But one mercy that the Pantocrator granted would surely save him, for he had been buried at his birthplace beneath the forests of Ulm, and over the years the mine shafts had dug over him, and when the roof broke, he could breathe again after so many years. The keep of Old Ulm was taken by conquest in the Ulmish Civil War. The House of Thornfist now holding lordship over the kingdom of Ulm. Their sigil of a black-thorned garment with the white moon insignia on its belly, thrusting upwards on a field of blue. Their child Ben-Geran, son of Balfour, often dwelled in deep tunnels under the keep of the pack of provisions. He found gems, miners, graffiti, and even broken tools in these tunnels, but something always drew him deeper. At the age of 10, he finally fought his fear of being lost, and ensued on a journey to find what had drawn him deeper these past 2 years. On his first day, he still hadn't found what he was looking for, but 2 days later, nearly out of provisions, hot and dusted, he heard what seemed to be the heartbeat of the world, drawing him ever closer. As he neared the source, the earth shaked as if thunder was upon it. But Ben-Geran pursued the source, even though he was afraid. At last he came to the pit, and saw in awe as the Forge Lord threw up great sparks as he hammered the anvil. The Forge Lord stopped when he noticed Ben-Geran, and said with his rough-hewn voice, "Hello." Ben-Geran could only think to reply in the form of in question. "Who are you?" The Forge Lord said, "I have no name. It was lost long ago to time. I am but an imprisoned smith hoping to escape. Now question for a question. Who are you, and how did you find me?" Ben-Garan told him who he was, and his father, the king, of how he followed the beats upon the anvil. Later he asked of the world and of Ulm, and he was happy to find that the Panicrator was not of the world. He asked Ben-Garan to go back to his keep and bring him smiths and engineers to help him escape. Ben-Garan said, "But I have little to no food or water, and I cannot find my way back." The Forge Lord replied, "Then give me all your worldly possessions, but the clothes upon your back, and I will help thee in exchange for you helping me." So Ben-Garan was given an everlasting flame, an enchanted compass, and at last a clay jug filled with the foul stew. Ben-Garan said, "Thank you. In return for this kindness, I give you a name, the Maker." Ben-Garan trekked back to the keep of Ulm. His masterfully crafted tools attracted the royal family, for they had been worried sick for Ben-Garan. So a great procession of smiths and warriors traveled to the Maker and consulted with him. The smiths became more knowledgeable in the art of black steel and even learned to craft the great halberds. Thus they became the Black Priests, donned in black, serving to free the Maker. Rumors soon followed that the king and his family were tainted with magic. The lords of the powerful houses became discontent. King Balfour, however, kept the realm together with his strength and cunning. Alright, so that's the first part of it. There'll be a second part. It's only going to be a paragraph long, so like maybe 2 sentences. So all we're going to do, renaming aloud, and you can get your name in this video. You only have to comment, and I will do so. It'll be most likely that the first 2 videos nobody will comment on. But, you know, later down the road, maybe somebody will find this beloved little Let's Play and can get their name in the game. Alright. So, right now I'm just setting up things. Yeah. Only 10. Keep it at 5. 2. Give me 3. Alright, so 5. Okay, that's 6. That's 5. Alright. Okay. So this is how it's gonna be. I might raise it to 12, but whatever. I'll raise it to 12. Alright. Okay, so when we'll be back, we'll be on the map. Alright. The present. Balfour has been dead for 5 long years, and with it, the lands of Ulm have been turned to petty city-states and small kingdoms. Ben-Garan prepares to ride out, to claim the land back as the king of Ulm, and the prophet of the Maker. With the help of the ever-faithful Black Priests, soon the Maker shall be free of his imprisonment within 2 years or so. So, now that's done. You'll see the map, and, yes, it is a wraparound map, and I love wraparound maps because it really allows me to be able to stretch my legs as a powerhouse when I need to. So, right now, we got Pippin. What a little girly name, Pippin. Who should I rename him as? So, Roshev. Huh, I wonder who that is. Anyways, Roshev will be our first commander. So, we're gonna get in here, and we are gonna get ready to party. So, the great thing about Ulm is that they can take -2 drain, which gives you more points for your god, and that their Mastersmith isn't affected by -2 drain. And on top of that, resource bonus, that means you can build more troops if you stack these guys on your castle, and a forge bonus, which is also beautiful. And you also 20% to get any of these, which is beautiful. I love Middle Age Ulm personally. I don't know why people love Late Age Ulm more, but it's understandable if they love Late Age Ulm more because it's better in multiplayer. But now, as you can see, what are these gray flags? What are they doing here? Well, these gray flags are rebel, well, not rebel, but independent territories right now. And this is the Keep of Ulm and forges. So, well, I guess it's time to end our turn, isn't it? Where to send it? I'll send my spy north. I might start cutting out the turns because this program might, yeah. So I'll be cutting out the turns for you, for your, you know, pleasure, whatever, to make your viewing pleasure better. All right, so what do we have here? So we got some profits. Now, Benground will be a profit later, but for now, that isn't going to be happening for a while. And we got our first smith. That's good. So I can probably take this one, no problem, this province. So what I'll do, and this is one of my favorite parts of the game, I'll set up my army. So you can move them around here. It is lots of fun. Woo! So, ideally, you want to draw the enemy towards you, always, even if you don't have ranged units, and especially if you have ranged units. If you draw them towards you, they'll be more exposed. Or at least more exposed in theory. So, and these guys are going to be flankers. And our precious little Roshev, well, his family is said to have descended from dwarves, and that's why he's such a stocky fellow. I say he stays behind the troops. Aha! So, with any luck, next turn we'll have some delectable results. Oh, look at this. So, let's see if we lost anybody. Oh man, we lost the infantry guy. Now the black plate infantries, that's referring... I'll show you later. So, we killed all these guys pretty easily. I mean, we didn't lose much. And of course, you know, all the nations of the world are sending couriers and messages, and they're yelling at each other with exclamation marks. This guy's a prophet! I don't know what's up with that, but hey. So, now we can view the battle. The most exciting part of this game. And this is our forces. See, these guys, they're in full chain. And this guy... let me get... Alright, there we go. So this guy's in full plate. And that's the difference when you're talking about black plate infantry. And then just infantry alone. That's the difference. They're just more heavily armed. 21 fracking protection. These guys steamroll people. I mean, these guys can take on cavalry. They're so well armored. So we got these guys, I mean, they're just in leather armor that they killed some deer to make with. And these guys are, I mean, the stats in this game are pretty detailed, so it's pretty nice. It's like playing the medieval 2 Total War game, except you don't control the units in a real-time strategy sense. Oh yeah, come on, pikemen, stick 'em, stick 'em. Gosh. What is this guy doing back here? Oh, I hate this guy. Shooting vining arrows at my infantry, bastard. Aha! I gotcha! Nope, don't do it. Don't do. Oh! Ah! Alright. Yep, so that rear attack that I ordered these guys to do is paying off. These guys are now distracted, and now the main force is hitting from the back. Hammer and anvil. Look! They're routing! Pussies! I'm gonna put an axe in your ass, if you know what I mean. So they're running away. No! We didn't mean to rebel against you, King. No, we'll be your dirty little peasants. And they're begging for their life. So there's that. There's that. Alright. Now. This might be a challenge. 40 units. Infantry. We don't back down from challenges. So now, as you'll notice, or if you didn't notice, this castle just got more resources, and what that means, or what caused that, is because this province, we captured it. And as you can see, increased resources. So now, I can build more infantry. Yes, more peons to fight in the Great War for the Maker. And now, this is the end of the turn. Oh goodness. Alright, so let's see what happened in our battle. Won by Asmund. Holy crap, and look, they were outnumbered. Damn, son. That's weird. I guess their forces were reduced. I mean, they had 40 before. So let's see the battle. Of course, more proclamations. Oh wait, oh, this is the same one. Oops. That's my bad. Alright. So, yep, and these guys are gonna get moved. Oh, I didn't even end the turn. I had to get off, somebody called me on the phone. Also, last turn, I forgot to do something. You wonder what that thing is? It's called Province Defense. It's very important. Keeps your people happy and makes sure spies don't get in. Okay, so let's see how the battle went. Holy crap, man. Ulm is unstoppable. With only 17 troops, I defeated more than double their own. So, let's view this battle and let's see how it played out. I'm guessing morale was a large part of this battle. But let's see what happened. Ooh, blessing. So they have a priest on their side. I'm not sure if blessing affects troops that aren't sacred, but he's using something. And we got archers, militia, these guys are crap. The morale's 10. Ironically, the morale of my own units are 10, even though in the description, if you read the description a while back, is that they're more organized than they used to be, which doesn't seem to be the case, at least in the sense of their morale. Now the game fired at, oh goodness, oh damn, pikemen charging up a hill. Now they're getting javelin style, and of course all of them are all these guys are basically stormtroopers who can't hit a damn thing. Alright. So yeah. I mean, our asses are gonna get kicked. Here, let me put this on 3 times. So now my flankers are, well, flanking. Doing their job. Yep. Oh yeah. So basically I defeated these guys because they attacked my main body first, and then they got distracted by my flanking body, and then they got hammered and anviled, so they lost all their morale. And now they're all running away, because Ulm's that awesome. No! Ah! Damn pansies. Alright, let's go back to the map. Unexpected event. So, I gave myself luck so I would have less bad events. If you remain on normal, you get an exceedingly large amount of bad events and good events, but it's like half and half, so I prefer to not have as many bad events, so that's why I gave myself, you know, good events on the thing. 30. Can I hit? Oh no! Oh no, Roshev. You have battle fright? How the hell did he get battle fright? He was behind his troops the entire time. Alright. Well, maybe I'll give you blood magic someday and you could eat the blood of other humans. That sounds like you. Alright. So now we can produce even more troops. I mean, on top of me getting provinces, I'm getting these guys. So wait, what is it? Oh, it's because I'm using Alt. I'm using Alt as my push to talk button, that's why. Alright. So let's see how many troops we have here. We only have 8. I at least want 10. And then I'll get some crossbowmen. That guy will go north and do his job. Alright. So we got research and alteration. Ooh, I didn't even look at the research. That is a bad thing. Ideally, with Ulm, you just want to go for construction. And you want to go for construction because of the way I built my god. And look at all these. Look at all this magic. So if you research more, you'll see you'll be able to construct lesser magic items at level 2, then greater at 4, powerful at 6, and then unique at 8. Now I want to get to 7 really. I do want to get to 8 as well. I want to get to 7 because of this ability. This is a global enchantment. This allows my smiths to construct artifacts, unique artifacts, often bat with just like one skill in any department. Almost anyways, but it's really good, and it also helps out my god build really good items. I'm going to be trying to use thugs. If you don't know what thugs are, they're basically heroes like Roshev, mass-produced and armed to the teeth. And because of the way Ulm is built, it is very much possible to do that, and very easy. Especially if you're in a single-player game and not fighting actual players. But, alright, so now, I'm going to attempt to get myself some crossbowmen, and they're very good. Massing these guys, you'll take out half a undead, like 100 undead in a single turn with like about 80 crossbowmen. They're pretty efficient. They're slower fine to take 2 turns, but they're still really good. Yeah. Duh. Okay. Alright, so no messages this turn. Okay. So now, you can just put these guys in a formation and just have them do their job. Alright. So, I'll just stick my crossbowmen right behind, and they'll just fire. I'll stick these guys a bit ahead to keep up with my main body. Now they can go off and do their job. Now, I'm going to be building infantry again. And hopefully, I'll just be able to wait until I can build an entire another force and just expand with this small one I have now. Alright. So, our research is done. Okay, good. And there's the battle. I only lost 1 infantry and 1 black plate. That's good. It's a lot more improved, and we took out 47 guys with commanders, priests, and heavy infantry. This just shows you how much of a steamroll nation middle-aged Ulm really is. So yeah, the priests are saying Allah, Allah Akbar, Allah Akbar, and trying to get their troops morale. And now they're charging after their sermon. My guys are just sitting here, grim-faced and grim intent. Now we're they're charging. See how they're sort of charging the... Yep. These guys, that's really good. It's making them divided, allowing me to encapsulate them. Just look at them go. And these guys aren't even black plate. They're in full chain, and they get 18 protection. So all the commanders, everybody's back there with their archers, which is wise. Now take a look at these heavy infantry. They have 16 protection, which is decent. They have a broadsword, which is also decent, and a shield, which is also decent. But everything else is just average. And when you go and look at these guys, they have 12 hit points. They're 2 above the average, and the average is rated on a human. So, like, an average human is 10 hit points, and then these guys are 12. It's also good to know that these guys get experience, I'm pretty sure. Oh, they do have abnormal morale. Huh. Well, never mind what I said earlier. I'm pretty sure I just shot one of my own guys with a crossbow to the head. So yeah, you have to worry about friendly fire, but especially crossbow bolts, but it's not too much to worry about. And it is sort of sad when you lose more troops to crossbow bolts than the enemy, but that's life. So we're winning. We are winning, you bastards. Pagan bastards, pray to the Maker. He will make you happy. I tell you now. Yep, run away. Run away, you godless bastards. Yep, so that's that. Okay. Ooh. Bartholf. I don't think I've heard of him. Oh, let me see him. Let me see the unit. Go to commander. Appeared as a mystery knight. The great turn of Black Heat emerged victorious soon after the deed came down throughout the... You know what? He will beat Ben-Garan. He has good skills already in everything. It makes sense that Ben-Garan would lead the second army, as Roshev would be the probe to make sure Ben-Garan wouldn't die. So, there we have it. Roshev has initially expanded our border territories. I also forgot to up these guys. And now Ben-Garan has risen. He's ready to lead the second army that is currently being built at the Keep of Ulm. So next, I'll see you guys again on the Muffin Man Express. I hope to see you soon. And have a good night, day, or whatever and wherever you are.